Okay, so we are back painting today. This will hopefully be one of two uploads. Today I've actually got a topic I wanted to talk about because it's quite relevant to myself living in Canberra at the moment. So there was a law passed a few months ago to allow... sorry?
1 month.
Okay, thank you for that. 1 month. There was a law passed a month ago, I should say an alteration to the law. It wasn't really a new law. They altered the marriage laws in the ACT to allow for gay couples to marry. Now, the issue with this is that the ACT is a territory, and it was in fact knocked back. If you're interested in this subject, I'm sure you'd be aware of it. Now, many of you may not actually understand the way it works, because Australia is a bit strange in the way that it... I guess it might not be strange, I don't know, but yeah, it was overturned. Unlike Proposition 8 in California, where it was actually decided by a referendum or a vote, this was actually overturned by the government. Now, the idea of the government overturning the government's decision does seem a bit strange, so I'm going to explain in this video how it is that the government overturned the government's decision to allow gay marriage here in Canberra. So, in Australia, there are, I believe, 6 states and 2 territories. The states, the entire country obviously is governed by federal law, which is set down by the federal government, which is run by the is headed by the Prime Minister and has the appropriate ministers and things like that under it. The states have a similar government below the federal government, so things which the federal government doesn't have control over, it is actually controlled by the state governments. There are also allowable alterations to federal laws in states, where if the state determines that it's important enough to change a law, then they can do so. In the ACT, there is a similar thing, but it's a local government, not a state government. Now, a state government, if a law is passed, the federal government, if they don't like it, have no course to change it. However, in territories, so in the Northern Territory and the ACT, or the Australian Capital Territory, the federal government determined that it was not within the Constitution and federal marriage laws, and the High Court agreed. So the law has in fact been removed, and any gay couples which married during the time have had their weddings, or I guess marriages, how that was so yeah, it was overturned. Sorry, lost my train of thought because Cher keeps interrupting me.
Well, stop being annoying and wrong.
So it was overturned by the federal government. Now, the interesting thing with the federal government overturning this is, if it had have happened in one of the states, so if it had happened in Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, Western Australia, South Australia, or Tasmania, the federal government could do nothing about it. And if the ACT had have joined another state or territory in declaring this, again, there isn't much that the federal government could do. So that's how that would have worked. If it had have been a state, then the ACT following suit, there's nothing the government could have done, because other states have determined that it is. That's the reason why gay marriage has been knocked out in the ACT. So I hope this video has helped you understand a little bit more about the reason why the government was able to overrule itself and change the laws. I will just finish tidying up this bit here and do some general tidy up, and then we'll come back and we'll view the progress for today. Alright, so I've applied the silver to the male there at the back. I've got his gun blade, his barrels of his gun, his hammer, some of the backpack stuff, the tubes connecting from his armor to his backpack, and his facial skin base coated now. So next time when I do another one of these, we'll probably finish off the remaining parts of his face, do the remaining bits of the silver, and then we'll begin the highlighting and shading process. So until next time, Enjoy your day.